outside of their body. So where your skin is like a hard shell, having the bones on the outside means you're very fragile. If I was holding the spider and it fell off and drops it, it'd be like me dropping an egg. Basically it's going to crack open and bleed to death. Right, come in. I'll bring it around, you can have a look. It's concentrated, it's something called uric acid, and like any acid, if it gets in your eyes it can sting. In this case, if it gets on your arm, it can actually give you some quite nasty blisters. Another way he can protect himself is what he's doing here, he's sucking air in. And that makes him look a lot fatter than he really is. And of course, the fatter you are, the less likely you are to get eaten by. Terry, that is not the behaviour I expect when you go out. All the other animals will behave themselves. All the guys will behave themselves apart. Don't look at me like that either. You go in the box and stop being naughty. One more. Oh, something's happening. Rubbery, look. So what do you think he's going to be full of? He's full of water. Now the reason that Jabba's full of water is that he comes from Africa. He's African from. Now, as we all know, in certain parts of Africa, it can get very, very dry. In fact, down in Cape Town, which is in the southern tip of South Africa a few years ago, it didn't rain for nearly 18 months. So we've got a problem. We've got an animal that needs to remain wet, living in a very, very dry place. So Jabba's worked out a way of staying alive. When this one's called mango, and they come from Australia. Now, along with other lizards and tortoises and turtles and snakes and crocodiles, they're known or classified as a reptile. Now, they're different to us because we, along with things like dogs and cats and monkeys and elephants, are running animals because you get a lot more energy out of eating things like meat and protein than out of eating numerous little insects. Holes on either side of his head, there his ears, he doesn't have to stick out his side of me. If you live in the desert with a sandstorm, any hole's going to fill up with sand. If he's got the holes there, just like the eardrums, sand obstacles in, and he just shakes his head and all the sand falls out. Prickles around the outside, you might think they're sharp and used to protect themselves, but they're not, they're actually very soft. And the purpose is to break up an outline. If you live in the desert and have a solid outline, you stand out like a sore thumb. All the other animals can see you. But if you have a wavy edge or a prickly edge, helps you blend in, less likely to get seen, less likely to eat.
Blend in.
Right, well done, he's tasting you all. Snakes have got this little sensory organ in their mouth called the Jacobson's organ. And from here, he can taste each and every one of you. And the reason really he's tasting you all is he wants to eat any of your lot. Now, do any of you think this snake could eat you?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Yes, he can.
Unless he's really, really
Right,
hungry.
I'm going to tell you right, I find this really interesting. There are some of the adults here.
He's massive, that's right.
Well done. Okay. Turtles live in water. Now, tortoises live for a very long time. In fact, the oldest tortoise died a few years ago. Her name was Harriet, and she was 182 years old. That's almost you. So although you're all being quiet, hedgehogs can hear all of your hearts beating and all of you breathing. So hedgehog, there's a big circle of noise going on. Now, the way the hedgehogs protect themselves if they feel frightened, they can roll up into a very tight ball. And what would happen? The predators will come along and start sniffing them. If the hedgehog feels frightened, if all those prickles stand on them, then they jump, okay? And you get the prickles on your nose. Right, just have a mouthful of this Coca-Cola. The last thing I want one of them hanging on you.
Oh my god!
We're going to start here. We'll start now, this house is far higher than any of the trees around here or any of the buildings, and still see and hear a little mouse running along the ground. What I can do is I can bring around and you just do a little stroke on the back, very gently.
I used to go to